Hello everyone and welcome to the 7th round of the NAPA Pro Series season here at Gateway. We are here with Doug Lockrow on the pole, James Ellis in second, Nicholas Guerrero third, Sebastian Kuklon with surprise qualifying effort in P4, Edward Ziemba 5th, Blake Warren 6th, Tib Foster 7th, Daniel Voiles 8th, Joseph Srigley 9th, and rounding out the top 10 is Ian Dutta in the Dab Constructors Ford. As Doug Lockrow is getting ready to take us to the green flag. Should be a great race out here today, and yeah. The green flag is out here at Gateway, or Worldwide Technology Raceway, whatever you want to call it. It's out, and we're racing here as Doug Lockrow got an amazing start. Nicholas Guerrero down the inside of Kukulon. Kukulon seems to be slipping back already. Same with Blake Warren. Both did not get the starts that they wanted. Edward Ziemba down the inside of Kukulon. Let's see how these guys are doing mid-pack here. 3 wide going into turn 3. Ian Dutta with a monster run on the outside. But I don't think it's going to stick. That outside lane really isn't too good in the corners. But it does give you a really heavy run off. As Samuel England, he's been basically the star of the series for the past couple weeks. One of the faster guys out there. As he usually qualifies pretty okay, but then runs his way up through the field and does his magic. So that might be what he's doing out here today. But yeah, there's some great racing going on. Blake Warren and Sebastian Kukulon just continue to slip down the order. But still kind of holding their own. They're not getting their doors blown off of them. As Doug Lockrow is still leading, but James Ellison is right on his rear bumper. Nicholas Guerrero in second, Edward Ziemba fourth, and Tib Foster rounding out the top 5 for now on lap 3 of 60 here at Gateway. This battle for the lead is really starting to heat up as James Ellison gets a really good run out of turn 4. Down the front stretch, he's preparing for a pass. And oh no, oh my goodness! James Ellison just blows up going into turn 1. Oh my god. Thank God he's not dumping all that oil onto the track. Oh, he's coming back over onto the track. Oh my God. I don't know how that didn't just cause a wreck, but James Ellison, man, what a tough break for this team right here. I don't really know what's going on with the engine department. They need to get something fixed because that's just unfortunate, man. He was right on the back of Doug Lockrow. And I mean right behind him, but man, that's such a tough break. A team that came here to win this race and had a shot at it can't do it due to the engine blowing up on lap 3. That's just unfortunate. But now Nicholas Guerrero has just as much of a shot as James Ellison did, but he's just got to get that speed up. As Doug Lockrow is running 34 1s and Nicholas is running 34 2s. So it's going to take a little bit of a mountain to climb for Nicholas Guerrero to get up to Doug Lockrow, but he's not that far off either. But Doug Lockrow continues to pace the field here at Gateway. Just running down through the top 3 as Doug Lockrow continues to pull away from Nicholas Guerrero. But yeah, Tib Foster up here in 3rd, and then Joseph Srigley in 4th with Alexa Lutchen in 5th as they're getting ready to be 3 wide. And oh, Srigley goes up the track and he gets turned off the nose of Alexa Lutchen. And he's spinning down the front straightaway. He's trying to get himself turned around. And oh, he gets plowed by the 21 of Justin Johnson. And Kyle Springer also gets into it. That's just unfortunate, man. Justin Johnson completely done. The engine is trashed in that thing. And you guys already saw how it happened. We're just going to show you a replay to go a little bit more in depth. But that was a big crash. Srigley took a big hit. Johnson took a big hit. And so did Kyle Springer. But maybe Kyle Springer can go and continue on. And man, let's go check out what happened there. I mean, this incident is just a little bit self-explanatory here. Foster went wide in the corner. Srigley got tight, started going up the racetrack. And when one car comes down and another comes up, not too many good things happen from that. And man, Srigley just gets into Tib Foster's left rear quarter panel and then ends up on Alexa Lutchen's right front fender. And he just goes for a spin down the front straightaway, hits the inside wall pretty hard. Because there's no safer barrier there, remember, so it's a little bit harder of a hit when you go down there. And just wait for the 21 and the 33 to come into the picture. Because, I mean, they come in flying. I don't know what they were doing that low on the racetrack, whether it was a spinning car, but you don't even need a spotter to recognize this. But man, wait for this 21 car. It takes a little bit for him to get there, but when he gets there, man, it probably caught Joseph off guard too. There goes the 50. He got pretty close too. And then watch this 21 car. Man, he just swipes the door off the 63. And then unfortunately, Joseph's car is dead, so he can't move it or anything. He's trying, but it's completely dead. The 99 almost gets into the 63 as well. And then you'll see the silver 33 coming in here like a bat out of hell, right into the driver's side of Joseph Srigley's door. There he is. Bam! What a hard hit by both drivers of the 63 and the 33. But man, Sebastian Kukulon just goes right down the middle of that. He looks like he has some damage too. Maybe there was a separate incident, but we'll take you back to the green flag. I'm sure you guys have seen enough race cars for right now. So, yeah, we'll take you back to the restart. So there's some pit strategy thrown under this caution, with Zachary Bilson taking only 2 tires, jumping everybody, including Duck Rowe and Nicholas Guerrera. My apologies for the stutter there. But Zachary Bilson going to take us to the green flag here in the number 65 NVIDIA Dodge. And here we go. We're back. Green flag racing, and Zachary Bilson gets a start resembling Doug Lockrose from the initial restart, as Guerrero already going down the inside of Lockrow, taking his chance. Parker Ness down the inside of Tib Foster. What a good run for this 38 team as the 03 gets in the wall, and he spins! He spins Samuel England, and it's the big one here at Gateway on the backstretch. Oh my god, there's absolute carnage going on, as I think I saw the 26 of Bobo Jones get in the air in the background. After everything kind of settled down, I think Drew Jawa was the one to get into Bobo. As I hear more skid marks, I think it's Blake Warren. Samuel England's done for the day. Carson Hill's involved. There's so many cars in this wreck. We're gonna have to definitely show you a replay to go over everybody that was involved, and even then I don't even know if we're gonna get to everybody that was involved. But man, let's go look at this monster incident that just happened here at Gateway. Tib Foster is an accident magnet today because he was involved in the last 2 cautions here at Gateway. But here's how it all started. He gets tight on exit trying to get around Parker Ness, and he ends up getting into the wall. It's just fresh cold tires for you, you know. It's gonna get tight on you on exit, and then he just goes down into Samuel England because he lost all control of the car after hitting the wall. England spins. The 88 of Nick Breeding just slams into the 03, sending him in the air. And man, how some of these guys get out of here without damage, I have no idea. As Randy Riggs Jr., you see him getting spun out down to the inside wall down there. And everyone piles in. Eric Rodriguez, Bradley Dahmer Jr. gets hit by Rodriguez. Ryan Reed gets a great avoidance out of that wreck. Everyone just seems to be piling in. Austin James, Bobo Jones, Thomas Jericho, Cal Farrell you see in the 96. And man, this was a big wreck. And I think what I was talking about with the 26, you're going to see it right here. With the 10, it was way back there and just saw a big puff of smoke, didn't know what was going on, and didn't even slow down that much and just slams into the 26 right there. Oh my God. Yeah, the 26 gets hit driver's side, almost tips over onto the roof. The grass saves him from going upside down. But I'd like to imagine that that 26 car's day is done, especially after that hit. And I kept hearing skid marks continue on. So I'm wondering if there was a separate incident up here. And there was. It was between Blake Warren and Daniel Voiles. Drivers obviously not happy with each other. And that's where Samuel England gets collected. As you can see, all of these guys coming through here. Saw the 89 and the 56 incident. But man, what a big wreck. As we're going to go on to a couple onboards here through this wreck. We're on board with Ryan Reed through this big accident and how he got through it. Man, that you can just see the big cloud of carnage behind him. That was an insane and lucky wreck avoidance there. We'll take you back to the green flag for the restart here at Gateway. Looks like this strategy paid off for the 65 team, at least for now. Buys them more time for the tires to fall off, but Bilson continues to be your leader. Noah Wright a lap down on the inside. Nicholas Guerrero and Doug Lockgrove have swapped positions, Parker Ness fourth, and Jimmy Jr. fifth as a green flag comes out here at Gateway. Bilson didn't get as good of a start as he wanted. He's going to have Nicholas Guerrero all over his rear bumper. Guerrero's really trying to win this race, and I think he can. But he's just got to be able to keep up. As you saw in the background, Griffin Lapham McDermott in the 13 car in the wall. Jimmy Jr. trying to go down the inside of Levi Pasco. And Edward Ziemba trying to get the lap car of Noah Wright. Austin Murray. Thomas Jericho up here having a pretty good run after the incident. Jacob Rose. Cal Farrell. Randy Riggs Jr. after that whole wreck. This car's still running, and he's still able to make passes as he's going 3 wide with these guys. In the Voodoo Ride Toyota, that's a nice looking ride there. Carson Hill continuing. Nick Breeding still able to continue after that hard impact. Blake Warren still able to continue after getting torn up. And then there's Griffin Lapham McDermott. As I think he's going, yeah, he's trying to go down to the pits. So there's obviously something wrong with that car. As Zachary Bilson and Nicholas Guerrero and Doug Lockrow are in a battle for the lead, so it's a 3-car battle. Right now, Nicholas Guerrero could not get his bumper on the inside of Zachary Bilson's, but he is right there, and he's got every chance he can to pass the 65 car, because fresh tires versus 2 worn ones and 2 fresh ones. Obviously, the fresh tires win, as that example is being shown right now as the 05 is going down the inside of Zachary Bilson. And Nicholas Guerrero is your new leader here at Gateway. We're going to go through the field real quick here. Edward Ziemba running all the way down there. I believe he just passed Austin Murray, or he was trying to make a move on Ryan Reed from that far back. I don't know why. But you never really know what's going on in these drivers' heads. As Doug Lockrow also got by Zachary Bilson. And he's going to try to go up and challenge Nicholas Guerrero at any point he can here, because he was leading this field by almost 2 seconds earlier. But clean air does mean a lot here at Gateway, so you'll never know who's going to be leading and who's not. Something is very wrong with the 13 of Griffin Lapo McDermott's car, as they just keep coming into the pits. They're probably bringing up the hood and looking at something under there because the front end is popped up. So he was involved in that wreck as he comes flying down the pit lane. Pit speed doesn't start until the second line there, so he's all good for that. But yeah, this 13 team keep checking up on the car, and now they're giving it service for the first time that the car's been in the pits. So maybe they have the damage fixed and they just decided to put some fresh rubber on it to make the car be a little bit more competitive, so it wouldn't be that much of a nuisance around the lead lap cars. But man, what a slow day for the 13 team, but they're still clawing away at these positions because you never know. Someone could just cause a wreck out of nowhere and you can gain 2 or 3 spots just from them being out of the race. Now, there's not too many battles going on around on the track now, as half the field's basically dead, but this one I've been keeping my eye on. It's the battle for 5th place between Parker Ness and Jimmy Jr. Parker Ness is having a really good run today. Jimmy Jr. also having a really good run, and then Ian Dutta, a series veteran, right behind Jimmy Jr. and Parker Ness. So that's got to be a little bit of pressure for these two young guys, but they don't really need the pressure because they're already performing really, really well. As Jimmy Jr. is going to try to send it down the inside of Parker Ness into turn 1 again. He tried it last lap and didn't quite get there. And oh, he was starting to gas it up real hard mid-corner there, and it worked out for him. Jimmy Jr. takes 5th place from Parker Ness like he's standing still. I don't think Ian Dutta is going to have... Oh, he does! I was about to say, I don't think he has enough time to try to make a move on Ness, but down the inside, Dutta goes using his veteran expertise to his advantage, but Parker Ness actually gets a really big run out of the corner. Like I said earlier, that high side doesn't really work too well, but you get some monster runs down the straightaway if you go up there. Because Edward Ziemba, man, he's way wide up there. He's close to getting the wall. But Jimmy Jr. gets by Parker Ness, and this battle for around 5th to 7th place has been pretty exciting so far. So we'll try to keep tabs on this. As Levi Pasco P3, Zachary Bilson holding up with his 2 tires right there. And Doug Lockrow is right on the rear bumper of Nicholas Guerrera. And I think Doug Lockrow might be the car to beat today because this guy has been unstoppable out here. Earlier with the big margin of the lead he had over Nicholas Guerrera, and now these two have swapped positions and Lockrow is right on Guerrera's bumper. Nicholas Guerrera wishes he could pull away probably right now, but I don't think he can with that 24 behind him unless he's got a long run car. Then that would definitely benefit Guerrera. But green flag pit stop should be coming up not too far from now, about 15 or so laps. But Nicholas Guerrera hoping he can hold off the 24 as he gains a little bit of ground on him down there, but we will definitely keep our eyes on this battle for the lead because it could be pretty close if it all comes down to the end. And it all depends on strategy as well. So these guys battling for a win in an exciting race so far at Gateway. I think the green flag pit stops are starting to commence here with Levi Pasco being the first of the takers here. As he comes down into the pit lane hoping he can get a massive undercut on these guys. Because it takes about 10 laps for these tires to wear. So probably going to take advantage of the low tire wear at this track. I'm going to attempt to undercut the field as Levi Pasco, he's running a P4 before his pit stop. So he should be gaining a monumental amount of time if he doesn't get a penalty or anything here, as it looks like he's being held in this box right now. So he did get a penalty for merging probably or speeding, and they're going to hold him for about 30 seconds. So unfortunate for the 92 of Levi Pasco, trying to take a chance it gets a penalty. paying attention back to the top 5 or lower half of the top 10 battle here for around 4th to 5th place now that Levi Pasco pitted. Edward Ziemba's been chopping through these guys like it's nothing. And he's one of the rising stars in the Hardee's National Series. Racing for Rodriguez Racing over there, having some great runs, showing what he's really worth. And he's showing it down here too, definitely. By carving his way up into 5th place. Having a really good starting spot, but not having that good of a race setup. But it's really coming into play here. I think these guys might have chosen a long run setup to go with so the tires don't wear as much and they can be faster when all these guys are vulnerable. But Edward Ziemba, definitely one of the rising stars racing here for Flipside Motorsports. The team is incredibly happy with the way he's performed with what they have. And this 94 car is looking to go after some wins here later on in the season. Still might be reach for the championship for this team, but you never know what could happen here in the NAPA Pro Series. But Edward Ziemba picking his way through the field right now. I haven't really been paying too much attention to the battles going on down for 10th place, but here we are with the 67 of Bob Burns and then the 70 of Austin Murray, who was involved in that accident. They've been on a little battle for 10th. Jacob Rose down here in P12 with a damaged race car. I think this team will take that. Carson Hill P13 with no rear end, and Daniel Voiles P14 with no rear end. Sure, this 84 team we're expecting a little more out of today, but when you have damage, you can't really have that high of expectations. And then Levi Pasco with that penalty got set all the way back to 20th, 2 laps down. Ryan Butcher back here in 15th. Nick Breeding with damage in 16th. Thomas Jericho P17 after being involved in that big wreck, but I have no idea if he has damage or not. If he has damage, it's internal because the body looks fine. And Blake Warren going down pit lane, running P18 on the lead lap with damage. There's Griffin Lapo McDermott up there, P21. And here's the battle for the lead. Still going on here. Doug Lockrow trying everything he can to get by this 05, and it looks like he might be able to do it going down into turn 1. Nah, he gives up on that before they even get down into the corner. It seems like Lockrow is getting all of his runs on exits of corners. None on entrance in the middle of the corner, but everything's on exit. And he just can't seem to get by Guerrera at all. This 05 looks to be really good under braking. And as I say, Doug Lockrow has no mid-corner speed. He gets a really good run mid-corner 3 to 4. But Guerrera just has enough to hold him off for now. But when these pit stops come in, that 24 can get some adjustments. So this 05 better be a little bit scared right now. He's got that bad handling of a race car from the looks of it, and he's still keeping up with him. So the 05... Oh, the 05 looks like he's coming down into the pits. He didn't really merge too safely in there, but I think the FBRL will pass it for now because he still made it down onto that apron and committed down there. As long as he doesn't hit that commitment cone, he's fine. But Guerrera now into the pits, gonna definitely undercut Doug Lockrow. And the rest of these guys staying out here. It's just more time to be lost as Zachary Bilson is caught up on Nick Breeding right now. And well, Bilson actually could have jumped the 2 leaders, but thanks to Nick Breeding, I don't know if that's going to happen anymore. So tough break for Zachary Bilson there, man. But everyone else getting out of the pits right now is running towards the back. But the leader, or at least projected leader, Nicholas Guerrera, taking all 4 tires and 2 cans of fuel. Now your leader, Doug Lockrow, is going to go down to the pits. He's going to clip the grass. Oh, he missed the pit entry. Is he going to try to get in from all the way up there? Oh my God, I don't think he's going to do it. Oh, and Doug Lockrow hits the pit wall. He misses the commitment cone and hits the pit wall. He just ended his day right there. He, fortunately for the other guys, gets out of the way. But man, what an embarrassing way to go out of this race right here. He just missed the pit and then slammed right into the pit barrels. Man, I'm shocked that wasn't a caution. What a tough break for Doug Lockrow. He had the car to beat and he just threw it all away there in turn 4. And the 24's day is done. This win essentially has been handed to Nicholas Guerrera from the looks of it. Things are about to cycle out for this lead as the 80 of Ryan Butcher was leading, but now comes down to the pits. And Nicholas Guerrera, unless he blows up or gets wrecked by a lap car, this race is all his for the taking. He's got like a 13-something second lead. Just wait for the 96 to cross the start-finish line, and you'll see how big of a lead this guy has. The fact that it wasn't updated for that long shows in 10 seconds to the next guy behind him. This is all Nicholas Guerrera. He just has to not screw up. He's even taken the high line because he knows this race is all his, so he can just go experiment now. He just has to not spin the car out or blow it up, and he's going to win this race. Well, a few laps have passed by, and Nicholas Guerrera's lead has grown by 3 seconds over Cal Farrell and everyone else. So we're just going to pay attention to this battle back here, which has really been starting to heat up. As Jimmy Jr. going down the inside of Levi Pasco, who's a lap down, but he's still up the pace with these guys. Edward Ziemba going to try to go down the inside of Jimmy Jr. Almost gives him the bumper out of turn 4, but doesn't quite get there. Ryan Reed having a great run up here in 3rd place. That team did a great job with their strategy. He's had a silent run all day today, but he's been doing great so far. So shout out to this 41 team and the Texan guys for putting together some good race cars today, as he's going down the inside of Cal Farrell looking for 2nd place. What a great run for this 41 team, and anyone really in this top 5 is having a great run today. Edward Ziemba going down the inside for 4th place. Parker Ness back there trying to get by Levi Pasco. Ian Dutta back here in 7th, and Zachary Bilson. That screw up on pit road cost him a lot of time, but he's still here in 8th, so that's still a good run. Everyone's now going to get by Griffo, Lapo, McDermott, but it should be easier than Pasco because he's a bit slower. Ryan Reed pulling away from Cal Farrell, Ziemba, Jr., and Ness, and everyone else, but Parker Ness taking no time with Jimmy Jr., and he's going to try to send it right down the inside. Doesn't quite get there, but still. And then Ziemba now going down the inside of Farrell, coming to now we're on 3 laps to go. Farrell goes way wide, and Ziemba's going to clear him by the exit of the corner. Jimmy Jr. is already going to get up to that 96 car. Ziemba going to try to catch Ryan Reed. Man, there's a lot of passing going on. Oh, Cal Farrell's tight. His tires are gone, man. He's losing all these spots one by one as Jimmy Jr. goes down his inside. Parker and Ness going to be next, and Ness might take it 3 wide down into the corner. He doesn't get under the 48, but he still gets under Cal Farrell's. Farrell's battling a really tight race car. His teammate Zachary Bilson gets by, and Ian Dutta is also going to get by. Cal Farrell went from 2nd to 8th in 3 laps from just having a tight race car. And then Parker Ness is going to go down the inside of Jimmy Jr. We're on the white flag, by the way. Nicholas Guerrera is so far ahead of everyone else that he takes the white flag before anyone else has hit the stripe. But man, what a race for this 05 team. They were fast out of the gate. Probably weren't fast enough to win without a couple things falling into their hands. But regardless, they're going to get the checkered flag. Nicholas Guerrera is going to win at Gateway. And we're going to go back to this battle for 2nd. And Ryan Reed goes wide on the exit of turn 4. Edward Ziemba is going to go down his inside, and he's going to take 2nd place from Reed. Jimmy Jr. P4, Parker Ness P5, Zachary Bilson P6 at the line, Ian Dutta P7, and Cal Farrell P8. Let's see, you got ninth. Bob Burns. What a great run for the 60-17 of Bob Burns. Jacob Rose gets P10. Austin Murray, P11. Carson Hill, P12. Voiles, P13. And Ryan Butcher, P14. Thomas Jericho, 15th. And everyone else should be showing down your screen right now. Is Nicholas Guerrera. He's not even going to go do a burnout. He's just going to go celebrate with his crew in Victory Lane. But shout out to these guys too. The top 5 finishers having a great run out here today, showing what they're really made of. And boy, was this an exciting and wreck-filled race. I don't really know what to say right now. But man, what a race. Nicholas Guerrera, your winner. The results showing down your screen right now. I'm Dylan Schwallenberg. This has been the 7th race of the NAPA Pro Series here at Gateway. And I'm signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed this race. And I hope to see you again for the next one. 8th round of the season.